Live Sports.
Welcome to NFL Primetime, presented by Jameson. Must be a Jameson. Please drink responsibly.
Now, what a sponsor for New Year's Eve, huh? Welcome to NFL Primetime. Chris Berman, Booger McFarland, the penultimate regular season show, but the final show of 2023. So let us be, we're not among the first,
right?
But we are among many to wish everybody a happy new year, or, as we say in the Hawaiian Islands, I can spell it too, Haole Makahiki Ho, all right? Write that one down. Happy New Year to you and yours.
And same to you, Boomer. It's good to be here as we finish this year out strong.
Well, you know what? And we've had some big games here down the stretch, and today here on this Sunday was no different, because the Baltimore Ravens, off that dismantling of San Francisco on Christmas night, now just 6 days later had to play the only team that could catch them for number one seed in the AFC, the Miami Dolphins, who won a team against a really good game against a really good team last week, and the Dallas Cowboys. So, in the big crab cake, what would happen? Well, by the time it was over, the Ravens made the Dolphins lump crab meat. Here we go. I'm sorry to put it that way, but the highest point per game team against the best, stingiest defense point per game. That's at Lamar against Tua. Lamar and the Ravens great on Christmas night in San Francisco. Tua to Tyreek Hill. Oh, it was that kind of day for the Dolphins.
Oh,
huh?
and that was the story today, Boom. If he'd have caught it, it was a touchdown. He double caught it out of the back of the end zone, no TD.
Well, Miami got field goal. They did lead 10-7, so second quarter. Lamar Jackson seemingly just flicks it. Oh, and that's Odell Beckham. That's like the salad days.
Shades of the Odell Beckham from New York with that catch, those big hands, and got both feet down, Boom.
33-yard pickup, and now they get a Gus Edwards touchdown. It's 14-10. Own 25, Lamar. Zay Flowers, the youngster, what? Makes a move, shakes a tackle, he's gone. 75 yards, the Ravens flying, 21-13.
Outstanding play design by offensive coordinator Todd Monk.
2 minutes left in the quarter. Tua looking for Cedric Wilson, Roquan Smith. Ever since they made the trade a year ago midseason, he's been as good a defender as there is on any team. And look at the grab.
They made the trade because they needed a star on defense, and boy, has he been a star.
Well, look, Ma, one hand. And then next Raven possession, the offense said, well, wait a minute, where's the guy supposed to do that? Now, it was unlikely that Isaiah Likely would make a one-handed grab. But it's also not unlikely that he got into the end zone. What a play, what a touchdown, 28-13.
Mark who? Andrews?
Well, if they ever get him back,
I don't know if they miss him.
This Likely has really made a name for himself, stepping in for the perennial All-Pro Andrews. Now, third quarter, 28-13. Jackson, Likely. It's likely that he's open on that play.
Wide open.
You think? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year at 35-13. Tua looking for Tyreek. Geno Stone, remember all the interceptions he had in the first half of the year? That's number 7, second most in football. 35-13 after 3. Now 35-19, and then one of our favorite players, number 42, the Black Bear from Maine, Patrick Ricard, fullback, tight end, extra blocker, catcher, 42-19.
Whatever he is, Boom, he's 300 pounds of all man.
Yeah, that's for sure. 4th and 13. Tua scrambling. It's 42-19. And Tua hits his throwing shoulder here. Sits the rest of the game. Mike White, the game is late, Boog.
Yeah, Boom. They won't question Mike McDaniel. Not only did Tua get hurt, Bradley Chubb also got hurt.
Well, here
late.
that is. Yep, 49-19. You never Tyler Huntley playing quarterback. Melvin Gordon, by the way, on the Ravens, he would have a touchdown. This is just rough to see because Bradley Chubb really had a great second half of the season. ACL, we fear.
No doubt, Boom. It's a non-contact injury. He got carted off. Anytime it's non-contact, you fear ACL. And the player usually knows it.
And that's rough. And then 2 young, outstanding quarterbacks with a hug. And, hey, there is not much more to say than the Baltimore Ravens just laid it on against the Miami Dolphins, 56-19, who lost the game and obviously lost a very key player.
we're right where we need to be as a team, regardless of the outcome of today, and we'll be better for it. And hopefully we get to see these guys again.
The last 2 seasons, I wasn't able to, fight with my team. I had to do it from the sidelines and just cheer guys on. But I'm grateful for the opportunity, and we the #1 seed now. We just got to finish this season how we supposed to.
I'm excited for it, whoever it is. Just know we're doing it chin up, chest out. They got to come through the bank, and we're going to be ready by any means necessary.
Ready. I would say they're ready. The Baltimore Ravens have secured the #1 seed. Obviously, they secured the division. They had to do that. And no matter what they do next week against Pittsburgh, they will host the playoffs as long as they stay in it to get the only bye in the AFC. Baltimore in 7 days. Baltimore 89.
Yeah.
San Francisco and Miami combined 38. Hello. Wow.
Boom. Best team in football, and it's really not close. And in those 2 games, here's the thing I love. We talk about Mark Andrews. He was Lamar's go-to weapon. This kid, Isaiah Likely, boom, dare I say, he's more explosive, and he looks even more athletic in the open field. Lamar Jackson today, 18 for 21 for 321. He was efficient. They ran the football, the physicality. And boom, on defense, you mentioned Roquan Smith. When I talked to Eric DeCosta, he said, we needed a playmaker in the front 7. So they traded for Roquan Smith, and this defense has been outstanding ever since, boom. We talk about teamwork and complementary football. Offense, defense, special teams. They're the best team in football.
Yep.
They're going to be healthy, and you got to come through the bank. And I guarantee you that Taylor is going to be waiting to give you whatever change you need when you got to play the Ravens.
Just let me throw this out there, and we've said this on the show.
Yes.
I think you agree with me, Booger. And today he threw 5 touchdowns, Lamar, and we saw what
Yes.
he did against San Francisco. The ceiling's higher.
Yes.
And that's no
Yes.
knock. I mean, he's going to be the MVP. That's part of it. The Ravens bring a physicality. They bring offense, defense. They are so buttoned up, and special teams, it's as good as it gets. You're going to have to do something to beat them. I know #1 seeds don't often do not get through. But the Baltimore Ravens, look, they passed every test. And as for Miami, look, we don't need Ravens 13-3. Miami's 11-5. You don't mean to pour water on what's a beautiful season. They can still win the division next week. We'll show you Buffalo shortly. I don't know if they're built really to come from behind as explosive as an offense as they are. Do you agree with me?
I would agree with that. And on top of that, to add to that, the arrow isn't pointing upwards, okay? The arrow is going down right now because your 2 edge rushers, okay, are hurt. Now with Bradley Chubb being hurt. So those 2 guys coming off the edge with Phillips and now Bradley Chubb are hurt. Mostert didn't play today. Tyreek Hill said he didn't play his best game. And Tua, in a big game against Lamar Jackson, showed he wasn't in the same weight class as Lamar Jackson. And if you're Miami, that has to be concerning.
Baltimore looked all year to try to, with Monken, the new offensive coordinator, make the Ravens more of a potential. They're not going to be Mahomes or Josh Allen at the moment. But how can we go downfield even without Andrews? Answer, these last 2 games.
Yes, no doubt about it.
And by the way, they rolled it up on Detroit. They rolled it up on Seattle. I mean, they've done it.
Yeah, they have.
And now they get to exhale a little bit. Philadelphia Eagles, they're used to being the #1 seed last year. Remember what a nice start Philly had? They were 10-1, but all of a sudden that Jonathan Gannon, coach Arizona, into Philly. Of course, he was defensive coordinator last year when Philly made the Super Bowl under Nick Sirianni. Look at this. Sidney Brown makes a pick early second quarter. Wait a minute, he's not going to. He could. Watch this. What? Watch this. Whoa! He could go 99 yards all the way. 14-3, Philly fly, Eagles fly.
Just an outstanding play by Sidney Brown. Miscommunication there by Kyler Murray.
And 14-6, Philly, the brotherly shove. No, it's a fake. Kenneth Gainwell to Devontae Smith first time. Oh, they're pulling out all the stops. Philly still hoping, they don't know what San Francisco's done. They maybe get #1 seed, trying to win division. Oh, Julio Jones. The 21-6, it's a lap. It's Arizona.
Like a Sam Cooke record, boom, turning back the hand of time.
Nice. Sam Cooke as good as it got, by the way. Michael Carter gets the hand. Wait a minute. 3rd quarter. Eli Ricks. What a move here. What?
They call it the stanky leg, boom. Give him the right leg and take it back.
That was some stanky. That's a 16-yard gain. And Kyler to Carter. Yeah, get out of here. Wow.
Cardinals?
Unleash him. Cardinals? It's 21-13. But, I mean, it's in Philly. Don't be ridiculous. They're not going to win, except this is the day of the one-handed catch. Philly's not far from Baltimore, so I guess it's the same thing along the I-95 corridor. James Conner, touchdown. They get a 2-point conversion. We're tied at 21. 10 minutes to go in the game. Hurts. Jalen moving right. I still laugh every time, and he's such a good player. A guy named Dallas playing for Philadelphia. Dallas Goddard, 28-21 Philly, so they're not going to lose. I mean, they're just not. Come on,
chance.
it's Arizona. Well, hey, don't tell Kyler Murray and Michael Wilson that. Tie it at 28. Next kickoff. Now, a surprise onside kick, but it didn't work. Eli Ricks recovers Philly. They're going to be in good shape. But very soon it's 3rd and 20. Hurts, screen. Kenneth Gainwell, not Gainwell enough. 4 yards. A.J. Brown, wide. Field goal, 31-28. But, I mean, it's Arizona. Come on. Really?
They can't do it.
Really? They're the Cardinals. 1st and 10. Kyler. Greg Dortch. It's a good-looking play. Oh, my goodness. He's inside the 10-yard line. Gain of 36. Under a minute to go, 36 seconds. Connor from the 2 on 2nd down. Uh-oh, the brotherly oi. Arizona leads 35-31. Nick Sirianni, really? 7 seconds to go. A miracle in Philly. Get it to the end zone. What do you do if you're Arizona? Knock it down or catch it.
Yeah, one of the two.
Joey Blunt. And what a blunt statement. The Arizona Cardinals laid on Philadelphia. Huge double-digit underdog. And Arizona, they beat Dallas like in September. They beat Philly, so you don't blame them. 35-31 to the shock of the Eagles coach Nick Sirianni.
I still believe in the guys in that locker room, the players. I still believe in the coaches. I think we got the guys in this place to get it turned in the right direction. We don't have much time, obviously, right? We got one more game before playoff starts, and we got to do everything we can do to get back on track this upcoming week.
You know, at the end of the day, just got to get through this week, get through all the stuff that's about to be said about us. It's all good because we're in the postseason. It's what we do. It's what we do when it's time, when everything's on the line.
Well, they should feel like that. We'll talk about Philly here in a moment, but that 10-1 start, distant memory at the moment. Brock Purdy, not a distant memory, is the Christmas night shellacking at the hands of Baltimore. Kyle Shanahan remembers. Now they're in Washington. And up 3-0, Debo. Ooh, not even time to sing the whole song.
No, it's not.
It's like the 45 version. At Debo Samuel, 9th touchdown since week 12. Boy, when he's healthy, he's unbelievable. 13-10 San Francisco over Washington at the half. Christian McCaffrey, medical attention. Hurt his calf, did not return after 64 yards rushing and 27 receiving. So, the Niners have a deep bench. Elijah Mitchell. I named Elijah. It should be good toward the holidays, too. 11 yards. 49ers moving. Mitchell up the middle. That was easy. He ran for 80. George Kittle loves it. 20-10. San Francisco. Sam Howell starting. Charvarius Ward's had a wonderful year, number 7, San Francisco.
Yeah, he's been a really bright spot for that secondary. That's kind of been much maligned back there, but he's playing well.
Well, yeah, 5 picks. Boog, Purdy. This is pretty good. Brandon Ayuk. He had the eye for the, what a throw, huh?
And boom, you couldn't have walked it out there and placed it in his hands any better.
Short, you know what? In addition to being a great player, Killer just loves football.
It's infectious.
If you don't like him, you got a problem. 3rd and 10 from inside the red zone. Purdy. Let me look. Let me get out. Let me run. Let me look. Hold on. You go over there. Brandon Ayuk. He's open. How about that?
Who knew Brock Purdy could extend plays and be a playmaker, boom? But notice what he does. Always keeping his eyes down the field. Then he stops, plants his foot, and delivers a strike to Ayuk.
Yes, he does. And the Niners, they go on to win it. 27-10. And so as a result of the Philly loss, and they didn't know that necessarily when their game ended, but they found out soon enough, the 49ers at 12-4 for the 10th time will be the number 1 seed. I lived a lot of these in the NFC, and Washington has lost 7 in a row. Brock Purdy and the Niners knock them off their pedestal a little bit. They came right back.
Growing up, sort of watching like TV clips and stuff of like teams together watching and celebrating another team win for their case. And so for us to be able to do that, I was sort of just like taking it in. I was like, man, this is something that I've seen on TV growing up, and now we get to all cram into a corner of the locker room and watch on a little TV.
Yeah, we were all in there watching those final seconds. Thank you, Cardinals.
Well, so the 49ers, look, we thought, I mean, look, the Christmas night thing, but they still look to be, and they are, number one seed in the NFC, and they're going to use that, when they're home, they're awfully tough to get out of there. They're awfully tough to get out of there anyway. So I wasn't surprised with the way they responded.
No, I wouldn't, Boom. They responded like a championship team should respond. Now they have the number one seed, and the most important thing for them is health. We know what happened to them last year with the quarterback situation. Today, Christian McCaffrey goes out with the calf. He needs to be healthy. Trent Williams almost missed the game because of the groin. He's got to get healthy. If they are healthy, I'm not concerned about next week. Don't play anybody if you don't want to, Kyle. Get everybody healthy, because when this team is healthy and when they are locked in, they are going to be a difficult out.
They ran for 184, Purdy 4280 for the season. This is San Francisco passing record. Now Philly.
Yes.
Philly. Defense, they had a big lead over Arizona at home, even if you boil it down to that. What's happened?
Boom. The head coach, Nick Sirianni, changed the defensive coordinator. He went from Sean Desai to Matt Patricia. Nothing changed. The Cardinals rushed for over 220 yards today. And so now, if it's not the coaching, that must mean the players aren't playing at a high enough level. The defensive line is not the same. They are at or near the bottom rushing the passer. They can't stop the run. And the problem they've had for the last 2 years under Howie Roseman, the GM, the middle of the field has been vulnerable. And it continues to be vulnerable. And offensively, they're still searching, and they haven't found anything. The quarterback's not playing well, Boom. And for a team that was 10-1, not too long ago, they were 10-1.
Right.
It seems like that's a long time ago.
It does. It does. Dallas has the inside track on the division.
Yes.
Dallas playing Washington in Washington the next week, and so Philly could fall from, well, I mean, remember San Francisco once upon a time lost 3 in a row. Philly could have been the number one seed. Now they're going to go maybe all the way down to 5 or even who knows, right? But so doesn't look like they'll be at home, but you never know. All right, now we go on to one of those divisions, which is, as Maxwell Smart used to say, very interesting.
That's one way to
Atlanta playing out. Oh, the Bears. Bears fans having fun on New Year's Eve. Snow, wind. How would a dome team do? Duh, not very well. Justin Fields to DJ Moore, he caught 9. Fields played really well. Look, the 10th flew over there. Fields to Moore, how good is this?
That combination has been outstanding. He's a number one receiver. Hopefully they've seen enough in Fields to move forward with him.
You know, the Bears have done a really good job for Eberflus down here the last month and a half. Taylor Heineke dumps it to Tyler Algier. Well, he's like a snowball. Once that goes downhill, it's an avalanche. Look out. Atlanta cuts the lead to 14-7. But this was Chicago's day. Roschon Johnson on the carry. Touchdown. 21-7 Chicago. Fourth quarter, 27-10. Taylor Heineke looking, trying to get something going. Well, it is New Year's Eve, so hey, there might be a couple of, there you go, it's New Year's Eve.
Couple of cold ones.
A couple cold ones poured in a nice chilled glass. 24-yard touchdown, 27-17. However, Heineke. Uh-oh. Nah. Uh-oh, that bottle dropped. Sound effects. Go for it in the control room. Kyler Gordon, Jimmy Ryan and the gang. A flip. Now, Chicago's 4-1 here down the stretch in Atlanta. Hard to believe it's 7-9. They're still alive. We'll explain it in a minute. But Chicago, they have a decision to make with Justin Fields, but they're playing good football.
And they also got a decision to make with their head coach, Matt Eberflus, and they're playing hard for him. This team is ascending, and hopefully that serves them well as they figure out what they're going to do with both the head coach and the quarterback.
All right, so Atlanta is 7-9. Now New Orleans at Tampa Bay, who's won 4 in a row. The Saints have been scuffling. Bucks win. They win the division. They're at the new sombrero, and they've been, like we said, Baker's been playing well. The Saints have not until today. Just when you think you know something, you know nothing at all. Derek Carr to Juwan Johnson, 7-0. Their first opening drive touchdown of the season. Baker. Nope, underthrown to Trey Palmer. Alontae Taylor makes a really nice play.
Yeah, really nice play, but bad ball placement by Baker. That ball's got to be up the field toward the back pylon.
2 minutes to go on the half. Derek Carr. Taysom Hill, the ultimate Swiss Army knife. And it's 14-0 Saints? Saints? We've been waiting for them all year to look like this.
Every week we wait for this team.
And there are 4 minutes to go. It's 23-7. Baker. Palmer, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Oh, no. Really? That's the day it was for the Bucs.
No doubt, Boom. Even when they get a big play, he's stumbling, trying to get back up. And because he's not sliding, because he goes forward and the ball comes out, that is a live ball. If he would have slid, he would have given himself up. That's a fumble.
23-7 mathematically a chance, and Mayfield to Chris Godwin for a touchdown. So they're going to go for 2 to make it a one-score game. But, yeah, Paulson, Adebo. And you know what? Hey, maybe I can score 2. Why not give it a shot?
Yeah,
And so the 4 turnovers today, the Bucs.
Yeah, I love the effort, but at the end of the day, the Bucs just too little, too late. And what a poor performance when you can clinch your playoff spot and the division crown at home in front of your fans. Now they leave it all up to next week on the road at Carolina.
Yeah, the 2 turnovers. The Saints played a clean game.
Yes, they did.
Right?
Yes.
And they win it 23-13. They're both 8-8. The Bucs' 4-game winning streak is by the boards. And so now, look, Tampa. Believe it or not, well, they and the Saints are 8-8. Tampa at Carolina. I know on paper that's a layup, but division game of the road. If they win the division like they did a year ago, and they host maybe the Eagles. I don't know. If they lose, the Saints then can win their game home against Atlanta. They would win the division. Believe it or not. If the 2 of them lose, well, Atlanta would beat New Orleans and Tampa loses. Atlanta can still do it. So anything's possible in this. Look, we've been waiting for the Saints to look like this. They look like this about 4 times all year. This is a good time to have one of them.
Well, no doubt about it, but they've been very inconsistent. I think that's the thing that has them in a position right now where they can't control their own fate because of their inconsistencies. And I think we came into this season saying about the NFC South, whichever team had the best quarterback play would win. And Baker Mayfield has been the most consistent out of all the quarterbacks in the NFC South. That's why they control their own fate on the road at Carolina, a hopeless Carolina team, if they can win that game. If you're the Bucs and you lose at home against the Saints, on the road against Carolina, they don't deserve to be in the playoffs. Boom, simple as that.
They look like they knew they could win one of 2. I don't want to say it. Good job by the Saints. We'll leave it at that.
Poor effort from the Bucs,
Yeah,
though.
well, that's for sure. Now, to the other humorous division, although I shouldn't say it that way. AFC South, the Jags, Trevor Lawrence missing his first game at any level. Maybe Pop Warner might have missed one. I don't know. But he's out. C.J. Beathard is playing. The Jags have lost 4 in a row, but they can still control their own fate because Roy Robertson Harris with the sack of Bryce Young of Carolina, who is in Duval County today.
Yeah, that's one of those things, Boom. Harrison is 6'5" and 290. Bryce Young, little small fella.
Well, he went on the blue tent, came out, though. Meanwhile, Josh Allen, he had 3 sacks. He's the all-time, broke the record by franchise record by Calais Campbell. You've done something.
He's had an outstanding season this year.
16 and a half. And Kevon Walker had 2 sacks. Meanwhile, only field goals for Jacksonville until Travis Etienne. 62 yards. He later would run for a 1-yard touchdown. And the defense pitched a shutout. And you know who was happy? Jacksonville. Everybody in the pool. Happy New Year. We won. You know, they're not out of the, quote, woods yet, but they're in the pool. And they win at 26-0.
I'm just glad Jacksonville put some clothes on because I've seen him jump in that pool. Those are things you don't want to see, Boom.
Belly flop.
Oh,
you know.
That's a bad visual.
Well, so good job by Jacksonville to snap that losing streak. Meanwhile, though, also at 8-6 going in with Jacksonville on 9-6. Titans and the Texans and C.J. Stroud, the rookie, back in play for Houston, and that's Hall of Fame finalist Andre Johnson.
Yeah.
His ex-teammate DeMeco Ryans is the head coach. Stroud. This is how it's looked. Really, one of the real pleasant surprises this year, the whole team. That's Nico Collins, 13 yards. Next play, Stroud. It's a good-looking fake. Brevin Jordan, nothing brief about that. Touchdown. You know, Stroud's going to set rookie records, or maybe has. Rookie records for throwing. It's 10-0 Houston. Will Levis dropping back. Look out. Jerry Hughes still at it. Boom, you can get back in there.
Boom, on a day where Julio Jones scored 2 touchdowns, Jerry Hughes got a sack.
We love Jerry Hughes. They lead 17-0. Sheldon Rankins was the big man that picked it up and put it in. And now behind here because Levis is out. Tannehill in. Will Anderson, the rookie, off the edge for a sack. It's 20-3. Third quarter, 23-3. Tannehill, boom. gash on the arm. Mike Vrabel says what this season has been. Now, Mike, he wears no question how Mike looks, how the game is going.
He
Known
wears
him a long time.
He wears his emotions.
And it's
Boom.
fine. He should. So the Texans, they win 26-3. Houston? Stroud threw for 213. They're 9-7. I shouldn't say 9-7. Now the Colts. Remember their young quarterback got hurt early in the season. Gardner He's one more. He's going in. He's 6-5, and he won a game in relief. And that's Jonathan Taylor. When you have him back, you have a chance to score on the ground. 7-0 Colts against the Raiders. Minshew, Alec Pierce. Pretty good. 58 yards. Touchdown.
Really good throw there by Minshew. They needed more big plays. They got a couple today.
14-3, the Colts lead at half. Matt Gay, 20-13, going to try a 50-yard field goal. Look at Blue underneath the. But there's a flag on the play. Blue, get up. Jack Jones, who's either picked sixes or gets traded or he's upset or he's playing great or at any rate, he's called for offsides. And so Gay gets another chance. Blue fired up. I'm sure everyone was worried about that. 23-13 Colts. Aiden O'Connell threw for almost 300. Devontae Adams, nice. 2 minutes left in the game. Can the Raiders make a game of it? 4th and goal. Lop Adams, he's still.
Boom, he's still among the top 5 receivers in football.
No question. 23-20, onside kick. Actually gets past the front wall, which, they just got to change the rules somehow. I know they want to make it safer, but it's like a 4% chance. You should make it like 15%. I'm not complaining. I mean, good for the Colts getting it. And so Minshew is 7-5 or 8-5 if you count. He's like John Smoltz. He wins as a starter and as a reliever. And Colts win 23-20. So let's see. That makes everybody 9-7. As I don't know. Do we have a best-looking team in that? It's the Jags. If they win despite their losing streak, they can still, win the division.
The Jags are the team that had all the hype. They're the team that's supposed to take the next step, but they've been the most inconsistent. The quarterback has been injured. He's been up and down. If you look at the Texans, as long as their rookie quarterback has been in there, Boom, they've actually been the best team. They played the most consistent. They look to be more explosive. They can run the football. I like the Texans as long as C.J. Stroud is behind the center and playing the quarterback position. We're going to see coming down the stretch, Boom, which one of these teams can get the most consistent quarterback play in the last week? Is Trevor Lawrence going to be able to play? He didn't play today. I know the Jags won, but he didn't play and didn't play. The quarterback position didn't play well. So now, what do they get in Week 18? That'll be the key.
Well, they're at Tennessee. Again,
Yes.
Don't presume. It's like the other team at Carolina. Like, don't presume. But if they win at Tennessee, they win it. Then Houston is at Indy.
Yeah.
So someone's going to win. Someone's going to lose. And so we'll see if Jacksonville wins or is the door open. And one of them could also be a wild card.
No doubt.
We'll see. Meanwhile, once upon a time, the Buffalo Bills were 6-6. If you told them that they might have a chance to play for the division title if they could just catch fire, even against their nemesis, Bill Belichick, who beat them earlier this season. Bailey Zappi, but
Zappy New Year, Boom!
Hey, way to go, Boog. He said that immediately in the room, and Rasul Douglas, what a great trade Brandon Beane made at the deadline, the GM, and Josh Allen in the end zone for his 14th rushing touchdown of the year, 10-7. Don't worry, be unzappy. It's Rasul Douglas. That darn Rasul. Great. Rasul Douglas, 4 turnovers, Patriots first half. Bills lead 20-7.
Yeah, big day by Rasul Douglas. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. Bad sight adjust there by Zappy.
Now, however, this is what I should say. Don't worry, be Zappy. He can do this. 20-14 despite 4 turnovers. New England down by only 6 points. Still third quarter, same score. Josh Allen, boy, first half passing rough. But the rookie tight end, Dalton Kincaid, that's how it's supposed to look.
Yeah, Josh Allen was just so inconsistent.
Yeah, 51 yards. Well, Josh takes it in. I mean, he's like a linebacker,
No
right?
question.
Like playing quarterback. 27-14 Buffalo. Then, those look pretty good as a Patriot. I know they don't many wins. Ezekiel Elliott.
The Cowboys miss him. He's a hammer down by that goal line.
He is 6-yard touchdown, 27-21. With the Bills, there's your linebacker. I mean, you don't really want to see him do that, but when he takes a hard hit on his shoulder.
At the end of the season, boom, playoff time, he's 6'5", 245. They run their best player, and it's that time of year.
And you're seeing from Coach Belichick, like you said, with the Chiefs recently, with Mahomes, and with Andy Reid, Sean McDermott, he respects so much a lifetime footballer who coaches defense. I mean, that's what you're seeing. And so Buffalo wins it 27-21. Just an aside, boy, next weekend will be a strange home game for the Patriots. No one will know how to react. Who knows? Will the Bills last, not last, at their home against the Jets?
Yeah.
Just an aside. All right, two teams hoping playoffs. We'll talk Bills in a moment. Steelers, Seahawks, both 8-7. And you know what? What a 2 days of sports. Huskies, Washington tomorrow. That's the hockey next door to the Seahawks. The Kraken are playing Las Vegas. We even have the beast mode in the house. So, they're all set up for Seattle except one thing. Pittsburgh decided to play football like they should.
Always. Physical football, Jalen Warren, very explosive.
18-yard touchdown, 7-0. But here comes Kenneth Walker. So all of a sudden, this game, this might be back, forth. Two teams just above 500. Geno Smith to DK Metcalf, 21 yards. Seattle trying to take a lead, and watch this. We learned about him, we knew about him all year, but Jackson Smith-Njigba gets it from Geno Smith back of the end zone, 14-10 Seattle. But the next Steeler drive, late, last 2 minutes of the first half, Najee Harris ran so hard today.
If there was one run that epitomizes Steeler football and Najee Harris, it was that run, boom. The effort, the physicality, the drive to get to the goal line.
17-14 Pittsburgh at the half. Tied at 17. Seahawks getting field goal. Mason Rudolph, Deontay Johnson. They want more than field goals. Nice move down inside the 5, a 42-yard pickup. Pittsburgh with a chance to take the lead. And here's another one. Harris. You sure that's not Jerome Bettis?
I mean, boom, it looked like he just would not be denied.
122 yards rushing today for Harris. Pete Carroll going, wait a minute. Our defense, can we tackle? Just over 7 minutes to go. Nick Herbig with a sack. Ball out. Herbig on it. Strip sack. Turnover. Field goal. Pittsburgh 30-20. Seattle, 2 miracles at the end the last 2 weeks. Could they have another one? Well, no. Rudolph to George Pickens, not slim at all. And the Steelers run out the clock. Getting boring. 17 straight winning seasons for Mike Tomlin. Yeah, we got to get rid of him. He can't coach. They're tired of the message. Give me a break. And for Pete Carroll, they each have 180 lifetime wins, too. Really outstanding. Obviously, the record speaks for itself. But it's Seattle not out of it. But at 8-8, they got a tough finish. And the Steelers are 9-7 and still hanging around. And we will talk this in a minute. Now, the Bengals and the Chiefs. Well, Kansas City, hello. Can we wake up here? They're 3-5 after a 6-1 start. But you know who's back? Isaiah Pacheco. Simplifying it. Yeah, that's simplifying. This man runs hard, angry, and big. 35 yards on the ground. Now, who can catch on this team? Well, let's see. We got Kelsey, we got Rice, and we got Pacheco. McKinnon's hurt. Those are the guys. 7-3 Chiefs.
Yeah, really good job. Really good play design there. Pacheco coming in on the angle route.
Jake Browning has kept the Bengals in a playoff hunt to Jamar Chase. We've seen what he can do. 24-yard play. Bengals, second quarter, same drive. Browning, Joe Mixon matched for a touchdown. 10-7 Cincy at Arrowhead. Chiefs, the touchdown, but then could they get going? 91 Trey Hendrickson, a sack leader coming in. Strips the ball loose. Turnover 17th of the year by Patrick, fumbling or intercepting. And then Bengals, Browning, in. 17-7. On the sidelines, Willie Gay. Chiefs unhappy, took the big fella.
Yeah, Chris Jones.
said, let's calm down. Now, and we've seen this movie, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Not the best throw, but 17-13, half. Bengals lead. Richie James on his own goal line. Wow. Wow, I mean, he caught it, but really? What? I don't know. Yeah. Chiefs have the ball, okay? Mahomes. Oh, that's Rashee Rice. Wasn't he one of the names that I mentioned?
Absolutely, Boom.
Number 4, the rookie, has room to run a 67-yard. Again, that's the longest play of the year for the Chiefs. Good thing they had Harrison Butker, because that was good from 24. He had not 1, not 2, not 3, but 6 field goals. Right now, the Chiefs lead 19-17. Justin Reed. Steve Spagnuolo bringing the secondary in there for a sack. 4th and 18. And the defense has been the rock-solid part of the Chiefs, but Tyler Boyd is open.
It's a really good job by Jake Browning stepping up, Boom. But again, the defense comes through for the Chiefs.
Well, now 4th and 27. Now what do you got? The T. Higgins, a couple of Chiefs knock it away. 6 Butker field goals and a touchdown. Look, however it's done, it's done. And the Kansas City Chiefs, this may not have been as pretty as the other 7, but for the 8th straight year, the Kansas City Chiefs are champions of the AFC West. They're 10-6, and after that 6-1 start, they're 4-5, and so they finish with the Chargers. They've won the division and get at least one home playoff game. Look, it's simple. You want to be rolling from Thanksgiving on. You don't win every game. We've seen the Chiefs and Philly, the 2 Super Bowl teams, scuffling. But the difference is the Chiefs have won the division. Simplify. Who can catch? What can you do the best? And maybe, I don't mean simplify the playbook. They know the plays.
Correct.
But a lot of them aren't successful for the reasons that we've seen. Penalties, drops. What can you do the best? I think the Chiefs did a better job of that today, Booger.
They did. They threw the ball to guys that they knew could catch the football. When you talk about Pacheco, Rice, Kelsey, those guys have been dependable, and the quarterback could trust those guys. Right. And in the end, Boom, their offense may not be as explosive as we're used to, but they moved the football, they scored enough points, and their defense has been outstanding. The defense has been the best unit on the team all season long, and today when they needed it most, Spagnuolo, son Reed, he got 2 sacks at the end. Karlaftis come off the edge. They closed the Bengals out because of their defense. Their offense, we have to come to grips. That the offense that we're used to seeing from Kansas City, we're not going to see that anymore.
Really, they have to come to grips.
Exactly. They have to, and it's going to be different. And if they do that, they can still win football games, Boom.
Well, they still have Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
So anything is possible.
Yes.
And sooner or later, Kelsey's going to, I mean, they have triple team, double team. They're going to figure that out. So they're in. They know that. Well, they're in, but they've won the division. This is an interesting one. First win this season when they've been down at the half. That's so un-Kansas City. Meanwhile, Buffalo. You tell me it's 6-6. They're not in yet, by the way.
Right.
You tell me it's 6-6. You have a chance to win the division, and Miami is flying. Where do I sign up for that if you're the Buffalo Bills? They're at Miami to end the season next week. Who knows what's going to happen? But they have a chance. If they beat them, they will have swept them, and they'll win the division.
Buffalo could be 2 or Buffalo could be out. But here's the deal. I don't think anybody wants to see this Buffalo Bills team, because if the Bills team that showed up, that beat the Dallas Cowboys, if that team shows up, Boom, they can beat anybody. The quarterback is still a top 5 quarterback in football. When they run their offense through Diggs and James Cook, the defense has just enough playmakers. So, yeah, Boom, they got to get in. And to your point, they have an opportunity in Week 18 on the road against the Dolphins to control their own fate. That's all they could have ever asked for.
Yep, that's all they can ask. Meanwhile, the Broncos, well, they have percentage chance, but you know Russell Wilson not starting. Much value about that. Jarrett, Stidham. Is the one in there for Sean Payton. Interesting times in Denver. Stidham playing the Chargers. Finds little Jordan Humphrey. Makes several guys miss. Ooh. You know, they've had, started with Cortland Sutton. They've had guys make big plays for them. Broncos lead 10-3 at home. Nice, that's beautiful. A few minutes later, Chargers 4th and 1. Some things don't sit well. It was a direct snap. It was a fake. but it didn't work.
Yeah, you talk about a play that epitomizes their season.
Yeah.
That's it for the Chargers in a nutshell.
13-3 at the half. It's only 13-6. Austin Eckler. Josie Jewell recovers it for Denver. Ball poked free. Turnovers are where they had that winning streak.
Yes.
16-6. Cameron Dicker, the kicker, blocked by Zach Allen. So the Broncos, they're out, but they won 16-9. This game was really a fun game. Rams at the G-Men, starting Tyrod Taylor against Matthew Stafford. Rams, as you know, have been coming on. Kyron Williams, 3 touchdowns. Boy,
they love him in L.A.
Why wouldn't they? 7-0 Rams at the Meadowlands. Stafford to Puka Nacua. Not only is he fast, he's strong. Shakes a tackle and goes all the way 80 yards down to the 2. Next week, he's going to set catch and yard records for rookie receivers. Didn't quite happen this week. Williams in the end zone again. Rams miss an extra point, but they're up 20-10. Tyrod Taylor, good professional quarterback and a leader, and he hits Darius Slayton. Like once a game, the Giants have one of these in them. They, of course, missed the extra point, and it's 20-16. Then Stafford. Oh, and what a perfect name for New Year's Eve. Dane, I'll have a couple of Beltons. 2 picks for him on the day. Field goal, Mason Crosby kicking the former Packer, 20-19. Did we say he had 1-yard runs? And then Kyron Williams had this, 28 yards. And this is his mom, football. Oh, come on, get away from her. She had to say, look, that's my son. Like, no, get out. You know, Kyron runs tough, so mom's tough.
No doubt about it.
That's where he got it from. Like, come on. It's holidays. 26-19. Gunnar Olszewski. He had problems earlier in the game, but not here. He's the gunner, and he's the scorer. Could go all the way. 94 yards. The Giants, an extra point from tying it. They're going to go. They kick it. It's good, but a penalty says from the 1, we're going to go for 2 for the win, but the easiest pass of it is the one I could have made. Tyrod's great.
Yes.
But he missed Saquon there. Giants trail 26-25. But Tyrod Taylor, minute to go. Can the Giants get a winning field goal? But they don't really get it far enough anymore. 54 yards, Mason Crosby. But he stills and gnashes it. Didn't make it. Too bad. Good try by the Giants. But the Rams now have won 3 in a row. Since the bye, they've won almost every game. They're 9-7. And guess what? They're in. They're in.
Love it.
The Rams. Saturday, in case you live in a cave, you might have missed this. Dak Prescott. Safety. No. About 92 yards to A, B, C, D, E, F. I can do G left. I can do all the letters of the alphabet and get 227 yards out of it. We saw this, right? But in case you missed it, down 20-13. Dan Campbell's Lions already won their division. Jared Goff, last-minute drive. Rookie Sam Laporta down to the 10. 27 seconds to go. Goff. Amon-Ra St. Brown, bang. But we're going to go for 2 because why not? It's 20-19, and then it's going to be a trick play. Taylor Decker, one of the veteran Lions, it's a touchdown, tackle eligible, but you know it by now. Referee Brad Allen did not hear or whatever happened. Dan Skipper, Decker, did they both report? Did neither report? You know the story. There he is. I'm in. And they said illegal touching, which, well, we know. Everybody makes mistakes. Goff hit as he throws, but now it's a flag on Micah Parsons. Just a bizarre finish to this game. And incomplete, then they try again for the 2 because they were going for it the whole time, which you just got to love the way Dan Campbell, most of his 4th down plays have worked. Dallas now has the inside track to win their division with Philly's loss, beating the Lions Saturday night 20-17. to 19. Whoa, a lot of games. Of course, the Dallas-Detroit game we'll be talking about for a long, long time and probably will be all week. But what did we learn today? The two number one seeds were decided, San Francisco in the NFC and the Baltimore Ravens emphatically in the AFC. We don't presume to know, and as we do this show, it's only Sunday night. But it's a nice problem to have. But only one team gets a bye in each conference, Boog, and so week 18, quote, don't need it. Then you have a week off. You don't want your players to sit 2 full weeks. Interesting to see how both of these teams handle the 18th, oh, by the way, game and the bye.
Here's how I look at that, Boom. Would I rather be rusty or healthy? I'd rather be healthy.
Yes.
I can knock off rust. You can't just knock up health. And so at the end of the day, if you're Baltimore, if you're San Francisco, I'll take a little rust to be at supreme health and know that I got to win 2 games. I got to win 2 games to get to the Super Bowl. I think I would rather that than something else and have my players injured in Week 18 in the meaningless game.
I agree. They may play a quarter. Again, we're just conjecture. It's
exactly.
You play all year to have this problem.
Exactly.
So many divisions still up. The Miami-Buffalo is fascinating. That the Bills, as we speak, are not in, and they can win the division, but they could be out. But Miami can still kind of, at home, they're different.
Yeah.
We'll see what Miami has. Like, what do they come back with? They come back with confidence at home? I would think so.
There's an old country saying, Boom, that my coach used to tell me, it's a poor dog that won't fight in his own backyard. They're going to be in Miami with an opportunity to win a division. If they're not going to fight in that situation, when are they going to fight?
If I can't get old country sayings from you, who can I get it from? And then the South divisions are, I don't want to say humorous, but look, whoever wins it will have a home game, at least one.
Yeah.
And they're just about all in it, right? Three to the post in both the NFC and the AFC and the South, even though we're talking about the 4th seed. And in the AFC situation, maybe a wild card.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. We do know that the Bengals are out, the Broncos are out, the Raiders are out, the Rams are in, the Chiefs clinched the AFC West, and we gave you the number 1 seeds. Now we got game balls. What do you think?
Yeah, but what about a team going on the road and getting a victory that nobody thought they could get in the Arizona Cardinals? And you look at James Conner, how he played. He was outstanding for him. 26 carries, 128 yards, 1 TD. They rushed 40 times for 221 yards, did the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, by the way, Conner had 1 more catch for 5 yards and a touchdown. The physicality and the confidence that they brought to Philadelphia and get a win that I don't think anybody thought they could get was admirable.
Well, the confidence and the play that will result in an MVP trophy like it was in 2019 was Lamar Jackson. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. 5 touchdown passes, over 300 yards. He ran for 35 yards. The Ravens sliced and diced Miami. 2nd most points, Baltimore Raven history. I understand they haven't been around for 100 years, but so what? All those points, and they had quite a 7 days. And Lamar Jackson, again, we're going to reiterate what we said at the beginning of the show. Sounds stupid after a game like this, but I just think he's got even one of the playoff games might be even more towards the roof. That's just my opinion.
Boom, I concur with you. We haven't seen that game where you go, whoop, whoop, where he just rushes for 150 yards. We haven't seen that yet. He went 18 for 21 for 321 yards and 5 touchdowns today, Boom. The efficiency. He hasn't put the cape on, and at some point during the postseason, you heard him talk about it all year long. I want to be hosting and raising up a Lombardi trophy. And he's going to have to do whatever he can to do that. That means he's going to put the cape on at some point and put that team on his back.
You know, he had a couple of shots early. Of course, he'd been hurt like last year and hurt a lot. 2018, 2019, losses. So you know that's in the back of his mind. But this team is flying to the post. Flying.
Yes.
And they're Ravens, so they fly. Meanwhile, can Green Bay and Minnesota stay afloat in the playoff hunt? NFC, that was Sunday night. And my goodness, he's worked a long, long weekend. Scott Van Pelt with highlights. Scotty, let us be one of those that wishes you a Happy New Year.
Boomer, thank you. Right back at you from you.
Holy makahiki ho to you.
Probably a first. All right, let's get to the highlights. NFC North style Sunday night. Goodness gracious, put on your shirt. No, it's Kirk Cousins and his young son Cooper. Shirtless skull chant. Why wouldn't you? Packers leading 3-0. Jared Hall, the rookie, the fourth different starter this year for the Vikings. Actually, he started a game earlier this year. He's back in the starting lineup. Johnny Munt can't grab it. Corey Ballantyne picks it, and what a dot this is from Jordan Love to Jaden Reed, and the Packers lead by 10. It's a 10-3 game second quarter, and Green Bay down there on the goal line. Love will do it himself. Does that ball reach the line? You see the referee running in to spot it, saying he's down. Well, no, it's actually touchdown. And Matt LaFleur and the Packers enjoying this 14-point lead. Look out, Hall, strip sack. Preston Smith gets there. Carl Brooks is on it. And now they can really make it hurt. Love finds Reed. Breaks out of a tackle at the 22. Breaks out of a tackle at about the 7. Bulls his way to the end zone. And it's a 23-3 game. Green Bay missed an extra point. Packers still up 20. Love off his back foot. He's got Bo Melton all alone in the back corner. 4 total touchdowns for Love, 3 through the air. He has been rolling, been protecting the football, and Green Bay has a direct path into the playoffs with a win next week at home against Chicago. That's a familiar refrain. You remember it from a year ago. All they needed was a win at home in Lambeau against a divisional foe. That was Detroit last year. Got to beat Chicago, who's trying to spoil it this year. Minnesota, meanwhile, finishes up on the road against Detroit. Time now for your ESPN Bet top performers from Week 17 in the NFL. It was Saturday night, but CeeDee Lamb, my goodness, nearly set a Cowboys record, 227, more than double his prop. Couple of big games on the ground as well. James Conner had a big one-handed touchdown grab, and had that late touchdown that gave Arizona the upset win in the Link in Philadelphia.
All right, Scott, always good to share you on this show as you share us on your show. And so, look, from all of us here, from Booger, from Boomer, from all of us at ESPN, we hope that the 2024 year is your best and your healthiest, and that goes for everybody. And one little note, and to you too, my friend, and your family. Don't let the champagne go flat. I know in some areas it's already been New Year's Eve, but I mean,
I love it.
Why not have another sound effect from Jim Ryan and the boys? So, and the boys and girls that make a part of our primetime team. For Booger, I'm Boomer. See you next year.